believe in love at first sight? We think you will. We're taking you on a tour of one of the most perfect island paradises on the planet. A fantasy world of pristine turquoise lagoons, coral reefs, and soft white sand beaches. It's the South Pacific island of Bora Bora.
It's one of the most perfect places in the world, you know.
In this episode, we'll bask in the beauty of the island's signature sights.
Otemanu is actually part of the volcanic plug that made up this very old island.
Check in at a one-of-a-kind hotel.
It's not something that makes you feel you're in a hotel.
We just feel like a paradise still exists, you know.
And plunge into the depths for a date with a diver's nightmare.
Everybody seeing that the sharks are very dangerous, but it's very, very interesting to dive with them and discover the underwater world.
It's all coming up on HD Getaways Bora Bora. Located 150 miles northwest of Tahiti, Bora Bora is just one small island hidden among 115 islands and atolls that make up French Polynesia. Formed by an ancient sunken volcano, the 6-mile-long and 2-mile-wide island of Bora Bora is actually one main island surrounded by a chain of tiny islands called motus. But don't be fooled by its size. Bora Bora is considered by many to be the crown jewel of them all. Accessible by plane or by boat, Bora Bora is roughly midway between Australia and Peru, making it one of the most remote and secluded islands on Earth. But from the moment you arrive here, you'll see why it's worth the trip. Countless lagoons encircle the island, protected by massive reefs creating miles of sheltered beachfront.
The beach is spectacular. It's the best beach we've ever been to.
Well, we're on a honeymoon, and it's a beautiful spot, and it's about as far away from Boston as you can get this time of year, which is great.
Come to a location this spectacular, and you'll want to stay at a facility to match. Hotel Bora Bora was the very first resort to open on this cluster of idyllic islands. So it's no surprise that it sits on one of the most scenic spots, the southern tip of the mainland, at a place called Point Waititi, a location blessed with an almost 360-degree panorama.
It's so unique, first of all, because of the location. I think the most important factor is that as we were the very first ones to choose the location, obviously they did very, very fine in selecting the best location.
Hotel Bora Bora has 54 traditional Polynesian villas and bungalows, dotted among vibrant tropical gardens. But this hotel's signature attractions are its 15 overwater bungalows.
Well, the bungalows are so special because they are all in natural wood and they are built with a thatch roof in the traditional way of building a whare in Bora Bora. The feeling when you walk through the property is just like it's been here for ages. It's not something that makes you feel you're in a hotel.
These bungalows offer guests a unique opportunity to wake with the ocean at their feet. or to sip coconuts while dipping a toe into the lagoon right outside their room. And when the sun hits the white sand and bounces off the coral beneath the lagoon's shallow waters, you'll see colors you've never seen before. Who knew blue came in so many shades?
In the colors of the lagoon, you have, well, they say more than 30 shades of blues, turquoises, that you discover at different times of the day. The sun, the clouds, the elements will change the colors every day and makes it every day a different painting in front of you. And this is what you see while you're walking into the property. You can just turn left and see this part of the lagoon in certain shades and certain colors. Then you walk a little bit further, and on the right-hand side, you have the open ocean in the horizon. Clients are literally stopping on the walkway saying, like, I've never seen that color of blue. I mean, taking pictures of the place, of the lagoon, of the flowers, of the plants.
Since opening its doors in 1961, a dedicated staff of 145 have run this resort. Today, third and fourth generation staff members still greet guests when they arrive.
Welcome.
Nice to have you with us. I'm Lionel, Mr. Orua. I'm the general manager of the resort.
Nice to meet you.
A little bit of champagne. Congratulations.
A good holiday starts with bubbles. Have an excellent honeymoon. For the arrival of a couple on honeymoon or any romantic type of a stay, we will decorate the room with flowers, but not a flower bouquet. You will have a couple of flowers standing, but most of the charm of the romantic touch will be from petals of flowers that we will throw on the bedspread, that we will have scattered in the floor of the bathroom.
When we got here, they greeted us on the dock with champagne and leis, and they had this rose petal spread on the bed. It was beautiful.
Joanna, welcome in your room. We have champagne here. And this is your beautiful bed. And then here this is your fruit.
Every room here is a room with a view. A breathtaking view.
And just in front you have a beautiful lagoon of the island.
It feels like you're in a big swimming pool in a way because you're surrounded by the coral reef. And so there's no pool, but you don't need a pool because it's just like having a pool. Being here feels like you're cocooned in a little swimming pool.
Once you've checked in and gotten settled, it's time to enjoy what Bora Bora is best known for. The island's protected lagoons and coral reefs have formed an ideal sanctuary for a diverse population of South Pacific marine life. Take your pick of a long list of snorkel and dive spots, and you'll be sure to find more than 1,000 species of brightly colored fish and marine animals. And to plunge into the middle of it all, guests at Bora Bora don't have to be scuba certified or even know how to swim. They can just put on a specially designed glass-paneled helmet and take a stroll on the lagoon bed, 30 feet down, surrounded by 80-degree water and a multitude of colorful fish. It's called an aqua safari, and it's one of the best ways to experience the underwater beauty of Bora Bora, especially if you hold some fish food in your hand.
It was just magic. I mean, you feel like a pioneer because you have more or less the same sensation as walking on the moon. So there's a sensation of weightlessness and you have no heavy equipment on you. It's just great to be in the middle of the fish and be able to feed them. You're in the middle of discovery and your eyes are wide open and you just can't believe it. All the fish are so close to you. It's very impressive.
For fearless adventurers who want to swim with the big fish, head out to one of a handful of sites in the barrier reef, where you can see the lagoon's most fearsome inhabitants. The black-tip reef shark and lemon shark. Lemon sharks grow up to 10 feet in length. Black-tip reef sharks are slightly smaller at 5 to 9 feet.
It's a dream for a diver to dive with the sharks, and everybody heard sharks are very dangerous, but a shark is a fish like another fish, you know, and it's very, very interesting to dive with them and discover the underwater world.
In fact, with supervision, it's relatively safe to swim within several feet of these creatures. Especially since the guide brings along plenty of tasty bait to keep the sharks occupied. And if that's not enough excitement for one day, try this. You'll need a gigantic 30-foot kite, a harness, a surfboard, and maybe a few lessons. It's called kite surfing, and it's become one of the most popular sports on the island. Flying a kite sure has come a long way.
It's really one of the best places in the world. When the wind is good, like today, there's really good wind. You have like about 15 people playing together. You can see the color of the water, it's just incredible. You can see the rays, the stingrays under your feet and all the fishes there. It's really incredible when you're on the water. When you kite surf, you just feel like flying. You just have the sensation of gonna fly, the sail is gonna bring you in the air and never let you down. It's very spectacular things.
After a day of fun in the sun, it's time for some great food. The main restaurant at Hotel Bora Bora serves up the best authentic French Polynesian cuisine around. It's a mix of local island flavor with European and Asian influences. Dishes usually feature fresh fruits and vegetables.
We cater for the taste of our travelers, our clients who are coming here to have a true feeling of, I want to eat true Polynesian, you'll get true Polynesian. I want to eat my traditional home cooking, you're going to get a traditional home cooking.
At night, the hotel's beach is where dinner is served, followed by this. Women perform themed group dances, including the aparima, a dance famous for the hand movements that symbolize such things as waves, the sunrise, the sky, even the beauty of the female body. Lastly comes the drums and flaming torches. Originally a warrior dance symbolizing bravery, the fire dance remains a dazzling display and a crowd favorite. But before you head to bed, Bora Bora has one last show for you down at the lagoon. Every night, all year round, giant manta rays flap their fins gracefully in a surreal, synchronized underwater dance. Sailors used to call them devils of the sea because of the two large horn-like lobes that extend from their heads. But don't worry, they're gentle creatures. These enormous filter feeders love plankton, which is attracted to light. So at night, the manta rays gather by the docks and spend hours feeding in the plankton-rich waters.
Most of the clients, repeaters, they know that after dinner they go to the dock at around 8, 9 o'clock at night, and they will see the manta rays doing a ballet just right there in front of them, 2, 3, 4, up to 6 in June last year, and it's, I mean, the big manta rays, 2 meters wide, and people are just staying there for half an hour, 45 minutes, 1 hour, just watching and just taking pictures, just enjoying a nice, peaceful moment with the manta rays there, talking about romanticism. If you have a full moon evening, I mean, it's just marvelous on the lagoon. You can see everything around you is just like you're not on Earth, you're in paradise.
For most guests, the experience of staying in the remoteness of Bora Bora is escape enough. But some travelers want more. Jet skis provide the means to explore the far reaches of the lagoons and nearby islets, or motus. Take the trip to this motu and a treat awaits. Here the Hotel Bora Bora can arrange a private catered champagne brunch, served up in blissful isolation. A ripe setting for romance with that someone special. But romance doesn't end at the water's edge. Bora Bora is also one of the world's premier sailing destinations. And chartering a catamaran for a sunset cruise is a great way to kick off a romantic evening. The reefs protect Bora Bora's lagoons from large waves, making for smooth sailing and a chance to enjoy Bora Bora's signature vista, Mount Odemanu.
Well, we're sailing down the lagoon of Bora Bora. We're just beginning to sail out of the rim of this volcano right now. It's a mountain peak that's so classic of this island. Odemanu is actually part of the volcanic plug that made up this very old island. We started the standard for having sunset cruises, 2-hour cruise in the afternoon in this flat water. Anyone can do it. We have beautiful light up on the mountain peak and so on, so get great photos.
When you return to dry land, your first port of call should be Bloody Mary's, a bar renowned for great cocktails and relaxed Polynesian atmosphere.
When you're in Bora Bora, Bloody Mary's is the place to be. People tend to throw their shoes off as soon as they walk in the door, and they feel like they're at home.
But remember, you're actually in the midst of the Pacific Ocean. So be sure to get a taste of Bloody Mary's seafood. This facility has the most savory seafood spread you'll ever see. From marlin to bluefin, mahi-mahi to seared ahi. You could stay here a month and have a different delicacy every day. Choose your favorite, and the chef will prepare it just the way you like it. All the seafood's caught fresh daily. This 4-pound Pacific lobster was caught right off the reef. The local fish to Tahiti is the parrotfish, which tastes like filet of sole. But the nightly signature plates at Bloody Mary's are the Wahoo teriyaki, also known as ono, and the breaded calamari steak served with capers, white wine, and lime juice. So enjoy this extraordinary seafood buffet. But don't forget to order yourself a Bloody Mary. While the cliche says all good things must come to a close, that's not always true of this place. Travel here, and chances are you won't want to leave. And if you must, you'll be back.
It's one of the few places in the world I guarantee you that every trip gets better. Because we have clients come back 15, 16, 20, have won 38 years in a row, and they can afford to go anyway. Once it gets in your blood, you'll never get rid of it. You'll always be thinking about it.
It's very secluded, very peaceful. The weather's wonderful. The people are very friendly.
Well, I guess it's a bit like a dream. We just feel like paradise still exists, you know. And of course, we don't want to get back home.
It's what you would always imagine it to be. We kept saying that. If you look at the pictures in brochures, you feel like they're touched up, but it actually is like that. It actually looks like that.